Hi everyone, I'm still thirsty for drama, and I think you are too. So I wanted to take a deeper dive into the polar flipper controversy and the man Paul Flaps himself, and discuss what he's doing wrong and why what he's doing is wrong. This is basically a much bigger breakdown than my previous video, which was just meant to be a summary and just telling you not to buy the thing. So let's just get straight into it. So our first screenshot is from the Balisong community on Discord. And for context, Paul Flaps was being grilled about, dropshipping. And he said, well, it's literally just dropshipping. Y'all are freaking out like it's some giant scam. Sure, okay, let's just say dropshipping isn't scamming. But do you know what is scamming? Lying about it and saying that it's your own product when it's not. Because let's have a look at this next screenshot. So, when Flame said, Mr. Flaps, I don't mean to hate or anything, but I've seen these bellies on AliExpress before. He said they're already cloning. Cloning implies that you made the product yourself, which he didn't. And then what's even funnier is that below in the screenshot, he says, nah, but my manufacturer is in China, so they're probably selling the same design. The manufacturer he's talking about is the same person that he's accusing of cloning, because he got the polar flippers from that manufacturer, so on AliExpress. So huh? Like that's straight up lying. He's straight up lying. He's obfuscating the truth. That's literally scamming. But wait, there's more. If you go up to the next screenshot, he said, "We just dropped 100 polar flippers. Yeah, we tried to make it a budget entry level bally." When you say we, do you mean you and the manufacturer who has absolutely no affiliation and nothing whatsoever to do with you? Because if you are, then, well, if you are, then like, that's lying. Sorry, I just, my brain just shorted out because I was just so flabbergasted. That's literally lying. So that's literally scamming. And then there's still more somehow. He said, my goal for the polar flipper is to make a decent budget entry level flipper. So once again, he's insinuating that he made it. And he backed off these claims after he got found out he was dropshipping, which is from the first Discord message, the first screenshot I showed you. And so yeah, so he's lying. He's completely lying, and he's just trying to cover himself up. He's absolutely a scammer. And then he talks about wanting to get Ghost Flipping to do a review of his ballad song. So you want Ghost Flipping to do a review of a crappy AliExpress ballad song? That is some actual goal. This guy has goal. This guy has goal. Yeah, and finally, I think one of the most, well, not finally, but penultimately, one of the most concerning things is that he said that, and the pull-up flipper is supposed to be an entry-level ballad song for kids. And then he said, yeah, and that's the type of people we're trying to sell it to. When Toomey said, yeah, not to be rude, but I think most of the people that watch the shorts are under 13. So, like, he's deliberately trying to take advantage of the fact that these kids don't know better and trying to peddle them cheap and, yeah, cheap ballad songs that aren't his. And finally, he released this video of the before prototype and after final product thing that you see all dropshippers do. And I'm just going to give you a second just to listen to what the ballad song flipping sounds like.
Add a little bit of spice.
If you didn't realize, that's the sound of a kraken. That is not the sound of a plastic ballad song. He overlaid the sound of a kraken over a plastic ballad song. You know how I know? Because this is what a plastic ballad song sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Also, don't mind if I could just flip on the white handle. But that's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like metal because it's plastic. So what he's done is that he's lied about it being his own product. He accused his original manufacturer of cloning. He's deliberately targeting kids who don't know better, and he's lying about the sound of the product as well, which is scamming. All of it's scamming. And also, just cherry on top, his FAQ, a lot of it is literally just a squid FAQ. I'll show you two screenshots of the squid FAQ and the polar flipper and the polar flaps FAQ. They're literally the same. So please don't buy the polar flipper. Ciao, y'all. Have a nice evening. Bye.